Subtitle: Alone in the House, Rose's Nightmare. Horror intro. The house was silent, too silent. Rose, just 18, sat alone under the flickering lamp. Her book trembled in her hands, not from the wind, but from the heavy stillness pressing down all around her. Then it came, drip, drip, drip. But this time, the sound didn't just echo from the kitchen sink. It echoed inside her head. Her heart pounded violently as she stood. Every step toward the sink felt heavier, slower, like something was pulling her in. At the sink, nothing. Dry. Empty. But the sound continued, closer now, right beside her ears. She stumbled back, but as soon as she turned, drip. Blood splattered inside the basin. Thick, dark, endless. The air grew colder, breath visible. The light flickered violently, shadows twisting across the walls like they were alive. Then, thud, thud, thud. Footsteps, heavy, but this time the sound came from the ceiling above her. Rose's eyes widened. She looked up. Blood seeped through the cracks of the ceiling, dripping onto her hands. Frozen in terror, she tried to scream, but a cold skeletal hand gripped her shoulder from behind. The screen cuts to black. Voiceover with It was mid. The house was silent, too silent. Rose, only 18, sat alone under the flickering lamp. Her hands trembled as she turned the pages, but she couldn't concentrate, because the silence felt alive. Then, drip, drip, from the kitchen sink. Her eyes widened, her breath caught in her throat. Slowly, very slowly, Rose stood up. Her heart pounded louder, louder, louder. Each step toward the kitchen echoed like thunder in her ears. When she reached the sink, nothing. Empty, dry. She stumbled back, confused, but the sound returned. Drip, drip, drip. It was heavier this time, like thick liquid hitting the metal basin. Rose froze, eyes trembling. Again she checked, and again, nothing. But then, the third time, the sound was unbearable, monstrous, unnatural. Rose leaned over the sink, her lips trembled, her chest tight, and then she saw it. Blood, thick, dark, dripping into the basin. The metallic stench filled the air, choking her lungs, her scream stuck in her throat, and then, thud, thud. Heavy footsteps behind her. She froze, didn't move, didn't breathe. Slowly, painfully slowly, she turned her head. The room was empty, but the footsteps grew louder, circling her, closer, closer. The light flickered, the shadows twisted. Blood spilled over the sink, crawling across the floor, reaching her bare feet. Rose gasped, and then a cold, dead, skeletal hand gripped her shoulder. She screamed. The screen cut to black. Rose screamed. The screen of reality felt like it was tearing apart. The cold skeletal hand dug into her shoulder. She spun around, but there was nothing. Only darkness, heavy, suffocating. Her breath came in short gasps, her chest rising and falling violently. She staggered backward, her heels slipping on the blood that now covered the floor. Rose fell. Her palms hit the sticky liquid, warm, thick, red. She tried to crawl away, but the blood dragged with her like it was alive, pulling her back toward the sink. Whispers filled the room. Rose, Rose, Rose. The voice was soft, then louder. Then dozens of voices overlapping, chanting her name, echoing from the walls, the ceiling, the floor. She covered her ears, but the voices only grew stronger, now inside her head. The lamp above her flickered violently, then burst into sparks. Darkness swallowed the room, and in that darkness, glowing red eyes opened. One by one, dozens of them, all staring at her from the shadows. Rose shook her head, tears filling her eyes. No, no, please, this isn't real. But it was real. Too real. Suddenly, bang! The door behind her slammed shut on its own. The windows rattled. The whole house trembled like something ancient had awakened. Rose stumbled to her feet, dripping in blood, slipping with every step. She tried the front door. It wouldn't budge. She pulled, kicked, screamed, but it felt like the wood itself was alive, breathing, holding her prisoner. Drip, drip, drip. The sound came again, but not from the sink this time. It was dripping. From the ceiling above, she slowly lifted her eyes. Blood poured down through the cracks, forming shapes, hands, faces twisted, screaming faces. They reached for her, clawing through the air, dripping red tears as they lunged closer. Rose collapsed to the ground, sobbing, trembling, whispering to herself, "This can't be happening. This can't be real." But the voices answered back, "It is real." The shadows closed in, the red eyes glowing brighter. The house groaned like it was alive, and the last thing Rose felt was that same cold skeletal hand wrapping around her throat. Darkness, silence, ultra whisper. No one ever saw Rose again, but some say on silent nights you can still hear the dripping and her screams inside that house.
Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. And press the bell icon